All right, so as we pick up here at 23, we are simplifying the expression and writing the result using positive exponents only. All right, let me go ahead and quickly, let's rewrite the question here out to the right. To the fifth all over 9 times x times y to the second. All right, so what we have here is, again, we're dealing with exponents, and we can see that in the numerator, because we have parentheses, this exponent has power over the whole thing, the whole numerator here. And so this 5 as an exponent is going to be applied to each of the parts that make up our numerator. So really this is going to be 3 to the fifth and x to the, and we have a power to a power. So what do we do with a power to a power? Well, we're not going to add, we're now going to multiply. So what is 6 times 5? Well, that gives us 30. And then y, what is 3 times 5? 15. And you know what, why don't I, even though I've already said it, let me go back in. Let's go ahead and actually show what's happening here. So 6 times 5 and then 3 times 5 all over 9x y to the second. All right, and now we'll go ahead and simplify. So what is 3 to the fifth? Well, that's 243. And now x to the 6 times 5 is 30. And y 3 times 5 is 15 over 9x y to the second. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can simplify this, clean it up a little bit. 243 divided by 9 is going to be 27. And now let's take a look at our x's, and we want to ask ourselves, are we top heavy or bottom heavy? Meaning, is the power of the x greater on top in the numerator or greater in the bottom in the denominator? Well, the power here for this x is just 1, right? And so we can certainly say that we are top heavy. The power is greater for the x in the numerator. And so since the numerator is larger, we're going to subtract the power in the denominator from the numerator. So what we end up with is x 30 minus 1, because we subtract here. And let's take a look. We're going to do the same thing with our y's, because again, we're top heavy in our y's. The y squared in the bottom is smaller than y to the 15th, so we're going to have 15 minus 2, and that's going to give us 27 x to the 29, y to the 13th. All right, let's take a look here at number 24, and so this was 23, and 24 I'll go ahead and write down below. So we have x to the negative 2, y to the 4th, and this whole thing is being raised to the second power. All right, well again, just like we did up here, when we had a power to a power, we multiplied. Same thing. So we're going to have x negative 2 times our negative 2, y to the 4th times negative 2. So that's going to give us x. Well, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And y, 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. But now that we've kind of simplified, we can see that we have a negative exponent over the y. We can't have negative exponents. And so we want to take this whole entity, because this negative 8 has power only over the y, we're going to move it downstairs to the denominator. And by doing that, we have x to the 4th in the numerator. And by virtue of moving this y to the negative 8 downstairs, the only thing that changes is the sign of the exponent. So we have x to the 4th over y to the now positive 8.